Good afternoon. Would you please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem and the reciting of the pledge to the flag. The national anthem will be sung by our very own Emily Kaiser, and the pledge to the flag will be led by the class vice president, Mr. Jacob Warius. And both are being signed by our lovely American Sign Language students.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Good afternoon, Dr. Bertos, Miss Lord, Mrs. Bellinger, Miss Myers-Pacla, members of the school committee, administration, faculty, staff, friends, distinguished guests, families, concert band way in the back, and class of 2019. It is my pleasure today to welcome you to Foxborough High School's 144th graduation. Today is a day about not only the class of 2019 and our achievements, but also a day for us to reflect. Reflect on all which this wonderful school system and town has provided us. It is a day bigger than any one person, a day for all of us, and a day to remember, hopefully at least until tomorrow or tonight's all-night party. We know that today we would not be sitting here without each person that made our particular journey possible. I know that today I would not be here if not for the incredible respect and kindness my class has shown me over the past 12 years. They are some of the most genuine, caring, and passionate people that I know. Again, it is my pleasure to not only welcome you, but to also offer on behalf of the class of 2019 our sincerest thanks. Next, I'd like to introduce Pastor William Dudley, class of 1976 of the Union Church of South Foxborough, who will present the invocation to the class. Thank you.
Congratulations to the class of 2019 for all your achievements. For my class, Foxborough High School class of 1976, I'm wearing my class ring in your honor. It cost me $27. Don't you wish yours did? Congratulations. Let's pray together. Father in heaven, as the class of 2019 moves into their future, bless and keep them, protect and prosper them in all their endeavors, and in all of life's trials may they know your peace. Grant them to know greater things than they even dream of. Amen.
Next, I'd like to introduce Foxborough High School Principal, Ms. Diana Myers-Pakla.
Good afternoon and welcome to this commencement ceremony. Each year at commencement exercises, we honor those faculty and staff members of the Foxborough Public Schools who are retiring and thank them for their service, not only to the class of 2019, but also to all of the children of Foxborough. This year, we honor and recognize several individuals. If you are here, we would ask you to please stand. Foxborough High School, Nancy Baling, 10 years. Nancy Murray, 18 years. Food service at Foxborough High School, Linda Flaherty, 19 years. Donna Severse, 19 years. And Judy Wyville, 19 years. The Ahern Middle School, Principal Sue Abrams, 20 years. Roseanne Breen, 33 years. Mary Hayes, 34 years. Gloria Lehan, 24 years. The Igo Elementary School, Elizabeth Acoyne, 27 years. Rosemary Burrows, 18 years. From the Burrell Elementary School, Earl Marino, 25 years. And Shelley Wainrib, 27 years. From the district, Kevin Corliss, 36 years. And Melissa Duffy, 19 years. Together, they total 348 years of collective service to the too numerous numbers of students here in Foxborough. If we could, let's give them a round of applause. At this time, it is my honor to introduce Dr. Amy Burdos, Superintendent of the Foxborough Public Schools.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, graduation class of 2019. I would like to welcome you, your family, friends, school committee, faculty and staff, and other guests that are gathered here in this celebration. As I look around, I'm thinking that regardless of our differences in age, gender, race, there's one thing that we all have in common: our hearts. Those inner engines that can thump with fear, race with excitement, swell with pride and joy. I know that I speak for everyone here today when I say that our hearts are bursting with pride as we look upon you, the class of 2019. Your presence here speaks much of the hard work, encouragement, support, and love. We understand that today's commencement marks the beginning of exciting things. It also gives us the opportunity to celebrate your many accomplishments. Today, you are the very heartbeat of the community of Foxborough. Whether you have spent your entire years of K-12 education here or have experienced the town's values more recently, you have benefited from Foxborough's unyielding support, encouragement, and model for civic engagement. Here in the heart of New England, accessible to both rural and city environments, you have grown to maturity in a community that supports its youth. Foxborough has provided safety, strength, and sophistication in education, including the arts and sciences, athletics, and academics. Your parents, your families have demonstrated hearts of love and care as volunteers and participants in all of your school activities, from chaperoning field trips to attending school events, concerts, plays, musicals, art shows, award ceremonies, special presentations, and sporting events. Rain or shine, I might add. Be sure to show your appreciation. Here, thank them. I trust that you will carry with you a deep appreciation for those who have loved you, helped and looked out for you, and been there when you needed it most, celebrated your accomplishments, provided the strong foundation for you to build upon. There are a group of young men down the road that have a motto, do your job. Not very glamorous, but hard to argue with. Same with you. Your fans are your parents and teachers you've had over the past 13 years, and they see you as our world champions. Take what you've learned up to now and build on it. Your accomplishment today is just the first of many milestones to come. I grew up in a small town in Texas, much like Foxborough. Last fall, I had the opportunity to go to my most recent high school reunion. I had a chance to reflect with a couple of my closest classmates, and we talked about how fortunate we were to have grown up in a town that supports its youth, that looks out for each other, that values what's important, and provides a strong foundation for the future. You too have been provided that strong foundation, and one that no doubt has shaped you to the fine young adults that you are today. Not too long ago, that foundation began in kindergarten. Perhaps your young hearts skipped a beat at its newness and its strangeness. I can say with confidence that your parents did, especially if you rode that big yellow school bus on the first day of kindergarten. The world has changed a lot since then. After all, you were in kindergarten when the first iPhone was introduced by Apple. Yet, as author Robert Fulghum claims, you learned all the necessities of life in that one heart-expanding year. Listen to these valuable lessons you probably learned for life even before first grade. Share everything. Play fair. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say sorry when you hurt somebody. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. Live a balanced life. Learn some and think some, draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day some. And when you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands and stick together. Since those exciting, heart-filled days of kindergarten, of wonder, I'm sure that you can think of some times that you found your heart to be pounding with excitement or adrenaline or anticipation, particularly as you prepared for a big game, a match, a meet, special event, school presentation. Speed up to now, and it might have been that moment that you anxiously opened your email, or crazy as it sounds, maybe a letter, regarding your college acceptance that caused your heart to race. I encourage you to remember what you learned in kindergarten and all the years that followed. Take those life lessons with you. We know from the rapidly changing world that we live in, it is necessary to adapt, to be open-minded, to think, be flexible, and always be willing to learn. As you go forward, let your heart guide you and beat with passion for learning and giving back to the community and others. Earlier this year, a third grade student, Arshia Awal, wrote a letter to her classmates at the IGO school. In this letter, she reminded her peers that they are all unique in their own special ways. She encouraged her classmates to spread kindness, telling them kindness is their superpower. Even if you are cloudy, you still have a rainbow inside of you. You just have to find it, she said. Help others find their rainbow, even if it's saying hello or just thanking someone, she suggested. I think we can all agree with Arshia, you have no idea of the power you have to warm a heart. Maya Angelou famously said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. All those that have supported you and provided a strong foundation for you to take with you to the next chapter of your story, As you remember to turn that page to that next chapter, whether it be college, the military, or the workforce, remember all that's been provided for you to help make you the success that you are today. Remember who you are and where you come from. As you leave Foxborough High School, remember our hearts go with you. It beats faster with excitement for what is yet to come. It beats with the love that we feel for you and the gratitude for what you have given us as educators that have had the wonderful gift of making a difference in your education and in your lives. Lastly, our heart swells with pride in your accomplishments. And as you cross the stage today to your next destination, remember, be safe, be kind, follow your passions, and always be willing to learn. Congratulations, class of 2019. Our hearts go with you. It is my pleasure, on behalf of the Foxborough School Committee, to introduce School Committee member Ms. Beverly Lord.
Being vertically challenged, I shall try to remember the 2 B's of good speech making: be brief and be gone. The Foxborough School Committee wishes to welcome parents, families, faculty and staff, the administration, and especially the class of 2019. You are here for a reason. The world needs your unique and beautiful life. Just trying your best and trying everything you can, you have helped create a world in which you communicate, collaborate, and accomplish what you have chosen to create. You already love the life you live. By beginning to hone your dreams, creating realities of and with them, you will live the life you love. Be amiable and assertive as needed, always adjusting to the fluctuations. The essence of your art will be the creation of yourself and how you share your gifts with each other in service and in celebration. Run toward your goals and dreams in such a way as to reach them. Press on to the promise of the prize, proceeding in such a way as to win. Progress is often imperceptible. Trust that development will happen in increments, and each moment will build on the last. You will delve into your interests and develop new pursuits as you strive to fulfill your dreams and create realities of and with them. As you meet, mingle with, merge with, manage the challenges that cross your paths, they will melt into friendships, some sorrows, many successes, and marvelous opportunities. All the while, be mindful of the little things in life with great love, so that you will remember all the love you won't forget from the good old days. Find your light and illuminate the world with it. When you love your life, the most reasonable response is to be grateful, even overflowing with thankfulness. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, what lies behind you and what lies before you is of tiny matter compared to what lies within you. Class of 2019, congratulations, goodbye, good luck, and God bless.
At this time, I would ask for two members of the class of 2019 to please rise. Matthew Sharkey and Spencer Sam Bento. Both of these young men have decided that the military and service to our country is what they are planning on doing. Sam will be joining the U.S. Navy upon graduation. Oh, Spencer's, I'm so sorry, Spencer. Spencer, excuse me, will be joining the Navy. And Matt is on a full 4-year scholarship to Penn State, where he will be with the Navy ROTC program, and he will be commissioned upon graduation from college. So to Spencer and Matt, congratulations, and thank you so much. We would also at this time like to acknowledge all active and previous military personnel attending today's graduation. We would ask for you to please stand if you are a person who is currently active or a former active military person. Both for Spencer and Matt, as well as all of you, we do want to thank you for your willingness to serve and your dedication to our country. It is truly appreciated. Thank you for your service. We would also like to acknowledge our scholarship winners. So if you are a recipient of a Foxborough Town Scholarship, would you please stand for a moment? Our scholarship night was held this past Tuesday evening, and the community of Foxborough has awarded over $240,000 to 107 members of the class of 2019. On behalf of our recipients, we would like to thank you for your many contributions and your generosity to our graduates. So once again, thank you. You may sit. And again, it is my pleasure to introduce our first student speaker today, Class President Paul Relier.
Good afternoon, family, friends, parents, faculty, staff, administration, Foxborough Cable Access viewers at home, and Mom. As the class of 2019 today celebrates our completion of high school, we would also like to reflect on our life's experiences thus far. Literally, today is about the diploma, a piece of paper and a folded thing. But the class of 2019 also leaves behind a legacy of tremendous accomplishment, positivity, and love. To think that I, a band kid, could be friends with the varsity football quarterback, a track captain, and a wrestling beast, and that we're not the only instance of such diverse friendship, speaks to the class's congeniality and camaraderie. We are truly a special group of people. Class of 2019, you have so much of what the world needs today. We are kind, loving, driven. We view the world with an open mind. We've always embraced our differences and each other, all while being an extremely successful class academically in the classroom. That success came with little competitive edge, as we understood from the beginning that a person is more than the letters on their transcript, and that each individual has something to bring to the table, whatever they do and whatever they choose to pursue with their life. We, class of 2019, know that people are defined by how much they give, how authentic they are, and how they make people feel, and that is something that we will carry with us that is special for the foreseeable future. Each of our legacies at Foxborough High School is grounded not in what we achieved for ourselves, but in how we made everybody feel along the way, and how much we gave back to the community. Now, given it is assumed I give advice today and not get political, it's pretty hard for me. I suppose there's no more fitting source for my advice than all of you. I found our class to be positive and confident, which sets us apart on stage, on the field, in the classroom, on our transcripts, everywhere we go, and will continue to take us great places in our college campuses. Being positive and confident are both essential to reaching the best that life has to offer. High school certainly has shown us the value of persevering with a smile, hopefully, and not letting every lost game, wrong note, or low grade set us back. This is something so important to continue to value throughout our lives. How we think can greatly affect our capacity for success. Any path requires the courage to persevere, whether it be a future in a very detail-oriented science, honorable service in the military, or like me, the mere pursuit of politics. We need to understand that the road ahead is challenging, but the first step to overcoming each and every setback is a positive and confident mindset. Society may pose a threat to your confidence because it often doubts those who present a challenge to the status quo. It may seem as though your ability to succeed is doubted by the majority, whatever that means. The reality is that what society thinks or perceives you of being capable of has no merit or meaning whatsoever. Only we can define ourselves and decide whether or not we will possess the courage and perseverance it takes to succeed. I think that we as a class already understand that a good amount, which is what has made us so special. Instead of insisting that our class is the best, as is done every year, I will simply reiterate that our class is just that, ours. Being a part of a group like this for 4 years has been rewarding and is something that no one again will ever experience. My life thus far has presented me with no special story, no inspiring moment for me to share, but my experiences here have allowed me to recognize how much I appreciate this class and this moment. The kindness and respect each of you has shown me is something I will never forget. Class of 2019, it is imperative that through all of the trying times, all of the challenges that life presents you with, that you move onward with a smile and a passion for all that you choose to do. It has been both a pleasure and honor to serve as your president for all these years. The kindness you have shown me and each other is not something to be forgotten. Rather, it is something which will provide us inspiration to not only better the world, but continue to better ourselves. I can say confidently that there is no place in the world I would rather be right now than on this stage in this hot gym. I see those programs, they're flying. Leading this class through their graduation proceedings. Now I would go on and on and on, and you all know I could, and you've all seen me do it. But we've got places to go, people to meet, hands to shake, and a world in which to make a difference. Remember to love the life you live the life you love, and never let anyone tell you to do otherwise. Thank you all for everything. Congratulations, class of 2019. Next, please welcome class valedictorian, Kendall Melander.
Anybody who knows me knows that I've wanted to make this speech for a really long time. I watched my big sister Skylar make the same speech almost 10 years ago to the day. And I remember watching from the audience and being so proud and so sure that someday I wanted to be just like her. And it was the first real goal I'd ever really set for myself. It was the first thing I ever really wanted. And since I was 8 years old, being class valedictorian is what has mattered most to me. And so I thought about this day, a lot. And I imagined how I'd feel. But on the day I found out that I would, in fact, be making this speech, after 10 years, it was pretty anticlimactic, I will say. I was watching Game of Thrones, and I was eating a bag of carrots, and I didn't feel any of the things I thought I would. All I could feel in my chest was this profound sense of relief. Relief that I hadn't failed. The truth is, for the past 4 years, I have let the title of class valedictorian and my identity become one and the same. And now that all is said and done, I realize it's pretty foolish, not to mention exhausting. When you let yourself become defined by a single tangible thing, whether that be a number or a stat or some other accolade, you leave yourself totally at the mercy of that one thing. It offers little more than false security, and it only breeds self-doubt. Invest your identity in an accomplishment, and you'll find yourself constantly wondering if you're working hard enough, if you're smart enough, talented enough, good enough. You'll always feel like you're falling short of where you should be. Invest your identity in an accomplishment with everything to lose, and you'll always feel like you're running away from the prospect of failure and not running towards success. And even scarier, invest your identity in an accomplishment, and you'll wonder, what will you be without that one thing? When everything else falls away, will you still know who you are? What actually matters to you? I think that those are tough questions to answer when we're young. It's hard to figure out who it is we're supposed to be without knowing what it is we want, what we're willing to work for, what actually matters most to us. So maybe it's tempting to give all we've got to one goal, whether that's making a team or writing the next great symphony. Somewhere down the line, these aspirations might ask too much of us. They might demand that we fork over the smaller passions and peccadillos that truly define us to the point we become unrecognizable, even to ourselves. I gave up piano lessons and getting ice cream with friends to study or to edit a paper. I gave up things that seemed small at the time, but like everything now. Things I loved because I thought I would love this more. This medal, which, while pretty dope, is just the thing I can hold in my hand. I don't think we should ever feel pressured to trade in parts of ourselves for the sake of personal accomplishment. That is counterintuitive, not to mention way too much work. Now, I'm not saying that having goals and wanting to achieve is a bad thing. Goals, I've been told, are good. But I think the thing to stay conscious of is that we are not our goals, and we are not our achievements. We are not what we say we are on paper. And that's actually great, because it takes a lot of the pressure off. That gives us room to fail and regress and make new goals and fail again and not lose ourselves in the process. When it comes down to it, none of the stuff that we scrawled across our applications and our resumes really lets the world into who we are. In a few minutes, we're all going to walk across this stage, and our high school accomplishments, while undeniably impressive, will hold much less weight in the real world outside of FHS. Amidst academic, athletic, and artistic greatness, it is instead the kindness and the love that we have shown each other in our time here together that carries real meaning. That is the identity we should be proud of, and that is the mark we leave behind. Over the past week, I've been asked a lot how I feel about getting this distinction, and I am proud, and I feel very privileged to get the chance to say something up here today. But I do think it was a wake-up call that a life of purpose is not just driven by outward achievement. Allowing your self-worth to become synonymous with what you can achieve is a game you're bound to lose or simply get tired of playing. If I could reach back in time, maybe that's the advice I would offer my 8-year-old self. Maybe I'd ask myself what being class valedictorian really means to me. Maybe then I wouldn't be standing up here today. But all I can do now is decide the kind of life I want to live moving forward. And I'm not going to preach, I'm not going to advise, I'm not even going to recommend. But I will hope that we all find meaning and our own type of happiness in who we choose to be and not what we choose to achieve. After all, one does not inform the other. Class of 2019, from the bottom of my heart, I'm proud to have known such talented scholars and musicians, artists and athletes. But I'm honored to have known such incredible people. Thank you, congratulations, and good luck in all you choose to be.
It's almost that time. Superintendent Dr. Amy Burdos, School Committee Member Ms. Beverly Lord, I am able to certify to you that each of these diploma candidates has met or exceeded the requirements for graduation as established by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the Foxborough School Committee. These individuals are worthy recipients of a Foxborough High School diploma. Today, assisting with the calling of the class of 2019 will be Assistant Principal Mr. David Pierce and Social Studies teacher Mr. Todd Kaiser. Ms. Bev Lord will be presenting the diplomas. Ms. Sylvia, our other assistant principal, is unable to be here today as she is attending her own daughter's graduation, but she does extend all of her well wishes and congratulations to all of you graduates. Parents, we do have a photographer who will be taking an official picture here and another one back there, so no need to come forward. We will get that for you. And we would also just ask that you hold your applause until all students have received their diploma. Mr. Pierce?
Paul Reeves Relier. Kendall Lee Millender. Mary Martha Mitchell. Julia Francis Carangelo. Nikki Lynn Abramson. Anthony Joseph Acosta. Daniel Joseph Adam. Margaret Elizabeth Ahern. Christopher Dylan Joey Amable. Juliet Claire Ames. Jack Jennings Ames. Michaela Jennings Ames. Daniel Edward Basler. Nicholas James Beagle. Nicholas Santino Baloli. Lucas David Bradbury. Jacob Ryan Warius. Matthew James Sharkey. William Benjamin Regan. Allison Rebecca Brandt. Brittany Marie Brown. Carly Taylor Brown. Alyssa May Buckley. Luke Anderson Burns. Alexis Maria Callan. Allison B. Casarino. Hannah Linnell Chase. Mark David Cicero. Leah Rose Shanahan. Joshua Christopher Squire. Ryan Anthony Watson. Tyler Anthony Camo. Carl Creighton Congdon. Peter James Conley. Dermot Christopher Conlon. Joseph Francis Costa. Thomas Michael Cullen. Megan Elizabeth Curran. Colby Daniel DaCosta. Nicholas Antonio DaCosta. Lily Elizabeth Daly. Aiden James Davin. Julia Ray Davin. Giovanni Sangel Desroches. John Patrick Devlin. Sophia Enriqueta DeCenzo. Catherine Nicole Disney. Jacqueline Margaret Disney. Jared Alexander Dodds. Caroline Elizabeth Donahue. Kayla Michelle Donovan. Ben Riley Dorman. Jonathan Charles Dowling. Paxton Stanley Downs. James Henrik Duffy. Brian Francis Duncan. Maria Margaret Dunn. Sarah Elizabeth Egan. Mason Riley Finelli. Ayman Eddie Fawaz. Robert Joseph Fay. Tajna Fideh. Madison Sidell Feldman. William Mitchell Philos. Jill Christine Finn. Liam James Foley. Mackenzie Anna Frazier. Thomas Patrick Gallagher. Griffin McCarthy Garber. Matthew Michael Garcia. Brian Michael Gardner. Michael Antonio Goronsky. Chelsea Mercier Gibbons. Christopher Michael Gibbons. Bryn Elizabeth Gilbert. Brian James Grenier. Matthew Merlino Haig. Corey Wagner Hall. John Dexter Hall. James Francis Harding. Shannon Hope Harding. Michael Joseph Halber. Jessica Marie Head. Serena Claire Hickox. Adele Davion Hill Cook. James Charles Hogan. Connor John Hopewell. Coleman Breed Hovey. Connor Gibson Hoyt. Catherine Ann Huther. Michael Thomas Hussey. Sophia Anna Iovino. Ekaterina Ishenko. Maria Ishenko. Brianna Nicole Johnson. Alexander Michael Jurgens. Emily Elizabeth Kaiser. Sarah Amira Kassir. Thomas Matthew Kelly. Christopher Kevin Kelly. Sean Michael Kelly. Tanner Ryan Kennedy. Jennifer Elaine Kenny. Amelia Grace Ketterer. Emma Elizabeth Kierce.
Adam Cotter Langto. Joseph Edward Lane. Luke Oliver Lawson. Trey Samuel Lawson. Chloe Hope Lewis. Sydney Francis Loader. Andrew Joseph Longa. Sophia Marie Lowe. Daniel Joseph Lowy. Michael Luong. Devin Elizabeth Lynch. Garrett Paul McKinnon. Riley Ann Martignetti. Shaylin Ann McCarthy. Evan Patrick McClernon. Megan Ellen McDonald. Martin Emmanuel McElroy. Caroline Walsh McGeary. William Edward McNeil. Julia Eleni Mellon. Samantha Marie Mello. Sean James Mulholland. Ahmed Mohammed Mohammed. Anthony James Malika. Jenny Michelle Montilla. Anthony Mario Morini. Cameron Joseph Morton. Julia Grace Muse. Annie Cecilia Murphy. Molly Elizabeth Murphy. Matthew Thomas Murphy. Russell Alexander Neal. Lindsay Renault Nelson. Annie Nguyen. Shay Marie Nickerson. Donald Joseph Norton. Amanda Lynn O'Neill. Brian Patrick O'Toole. William Osavier Ogbobor. Abumnike Onyenyeche Oganedo. William Suhail Ozone. Daniela Paulette Palomares. Elise Maria Perillo. Kyle Edmund Parker. Ravi Patel. Julia Elizabeth Perez. Michael Paul Phelan. Lawrence James Piazza. Patrick Louis Piscatelli. Sam Dennis Pollock. Jenna Victoria Pothier. The Anna Grace Powers. Andrew James Previtt. Emma Michelle Pudsey. Gaetano Paul Quarterone. Alexandra Fox Quinn. Lily Grace Rajiani. Geneva Ann Raymond. Danae Elaine Rager. Anthony Joseph Richardson. Emma Elizabeth Rohan. Spencer William Sanbento. Keyshawn Lamar Sanders. Daniel Clayton Santos. Luke Anthony Savino. Liam Joseph Scollins. Maria Rafat Shihada. Robert Joseph Simon. Nylasia Sky Sosa. Mary Claire Spillane. Joseph Andrew Spagnardi. Aaron Jeffrey St. Clair. Alexandra George Stamatos. Nicole Tasia Stamatos. Jenna Nicole Stamatov. Patrick Robert Stapleton. Jared Michael Stearns. Carly Anna Stern. Trevor Joseph Stonis. Natalie Ann Stromack. Daniel Edward Sullivan. Sean William Texera. Philip Paul Thomas. Allison Renee Troutman. Brendan Paul Tully. Brendan Patrick Toohey. Shane Matthew Vandenboom. Ashley Ann Vito. Keaton Edward Walsh. Nicholas Lawrence Walsh. Kristen Jean Whalen. Hunter Douglas Williams. Kajan Lee Williams. Cameron Elizabeth Willis. Vivian Wu. Margaret Elizabeth Yost. Lindsay Nicole Young. Amar Zia.
We're going to be just a moment while they finish with pictures in the back, so a momentary pause. You're going to move the tassels right now, and I'm going to do this, and then you're going to toss.
Cool. All right, class of 2019. Please move your tassels from the right to the left. He's going somewhere.
It is with pleasure that I present to you the Foxborough High School class of 2019.